Oh, just I've been doing 100 odd steps, 100 odd floors actually, and of course the life is throbbing, and you get so many emotions flowing. So I was just thinking, and everywhere you look at these days, all you hear is child abuse, drug abuse, alcohol abuse during lockdown. And that's only because people have been always abused at their childhood. And all they know is their parents drunk, their parents took drugs, or their neighborhood was such that had no order of respect. And today, people are looking for the government for support and help. People are putting the hand out. Parents are finding excuses to use their children, use their grandchildren, use their entire what they have created in their head through such desperation in their childhood. And they go to child supporters, and they go to the agencies, they go for advice, they go for internet advice, they go for friends advice, they go for family advice. And all of this is costing unnecessarily the government, unnecessarily the lives of children, parents, grandparents, families who are struggling, people who are honest, who's actually seen the devious intentions of individuals, parents, and the winners of this are the people who are greedy, the lawyers, agencies, advisors, psychologists, counselors. All of these jobs should just disappear if people know how to conduct themselves responsibly and not be greedy and put the hand out to the government looking for support and help, and never intended to do anything to find a job. Instead, sitting at home, getting drunk, abusing the children, abusing the others, wives, husbands, and then ultimately finding somebody else and carrying on doing the same, producing children and looking for parents, grandparents for support and help. This can't be a healthy way of living for human beings. And we call psychologists. I mean, how could you call psychologists? Have they studied economics? Have they studied social stratosphere? Have they studied the background of another country where they came from? Have they been to those countries? I could be a psychologist of the planet, walking, literally walking across the entire world, seeing from my own eyes how the humans behave, how they conduct their lives, and what sort of situations and circumstances they're born to. A deprived, follow my YouTube channel and see where my hands have gone to work, where my hands have extended to, where my feet have walked into. I put my life at danger trying to help others in most deprived and dangerous places on earth. And people see this on television, but I've seen it with my own eyes for real. And I've experienced horrendous and most heart-breaking situations in my life. psychologists who went to college, went to their home, went to the library, studied about a general idea about how the humans behave. No. Every human being behave perfectly normal to where they come from and how they're raised as an individual in a given environment. So all these governments, all they should do is actually employ people like myself to be advisors, to save the, the deficits, save eroding funds that could be allocated for real causes of human suffering, real genuine cases. People come from around the world looking for handouts all of the time, seeing life as a way of begging. And in turn, people find jobs in giving advice and giving legal advice and directing people to do just that. This is something that we all must wake up to and realize. The abuse, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, child abuse, all of this goes on only because we have not taken care of human consciousness in our societies, in our schools, in our neighborhood, in our homes, in our governments, in our religious institutions. They talk about some scripture-driven ideologies, but not realities and what is currently valued in humans. Today they have a device that shows in children's face how to shoot, how to be destructive, how to be abusive, how to be aggressive towards a little creature or little cartoon character moving around the screen, and one is trying to shoot or destroy that little character. And with this, and every child story, every child book is directed towards this. And when they're 12, 13, 14, when they're given a tool, they do not know how to keep their mind at rest, at peace, and be brought up to a gentleness of life and to receive life in a gentle and most graceful way. And in turn, they become little monsters. They are dressed in monster t-shirts, they are dressed in monster clothes, they're depicting monster characters, and in turn, it manifests into a monster. A child should be nurtured to blossom, not created into a monster, and in turn become a problem in our hands. I hope and wish that governments wake up, the parents become more responsible, and be honest and reflect on their past and see how fortunate they are given an opportunity of life, and see what is needed for everyone's benefit, not being selfish or self-destructive, and in turn destroying the very well-being of life for many. Thank you. This is how I feel after going up and down stairs, even though my leg is hurting after almost, in the last week alone, over 384 kilometers of walking in the suburbs of London and within the proximities of M25. to know life, you need to be part of the life experience. When you open your eyes tomorrow, there's so much to learn, so much to see, so much to experience. And I wish everyone does this, and particularly the children who are affected by the nuisance and the silliness and the stupidity of adult human beings on the planet. We must create an atmosphere, an ambience, if we want to see our world progressing into a better and a more livable conditions in our times. It is this generation's hands that we have the responsibility to create the right atmosphere, the right environment for our children, for us to see a world that we can all share, live, and embrace gracefully. Thank you.